So yeah, I've had this for the last 7 months now, and yeah, it's pretty damn good. I like it a lot, but I'm going to talk about why, and also why I don't as well, because it's not perfect. So why have I been using this thing so much in 2026? So you're comparing this to the modern handhelds that are around and about now. You've got the Steam Deck, which is absolutely massive, Ally, which is also quite big, and then the Switch, which is also quite big, and the Switch 2, which is even bigger. At some point in the last decade, handhelds have moved over from being like a DS, which is literally the size of a Vita game, basically, isn't it? A DS, to things that are kind of more powerful. Probably because your phone is powerful enough to play a game, so they need they're trying to prioritize like a console-like experience on the go. Whereas this isn't. This is like the last handheld basically, where it's genuinely prioritizing like portability over just like raw power. So yeah, this thing has quite a nice little story behind of how I got it as well. Yeah, so for Christmas I got a PS5, primarily because my PS4 was so loud I just could not bear it anymore. But I also got it used. I was keeping my eye out for listings and I found a good one and I ended up buying it, and the listing said clearly in the description, no stick drift. And I got my controller. Christmas Day, an Astrobot he was walking into the ocean. He wasn't having it. So I messaged the seller being like, oh, it's got stick drifts, thinking, hopefully it's Christmas Day, hopefully it'll just give me like 40 quid off or something, and I could just buy a new controller. But he was like, nope, get it repaired. So I was like, great. Everywhere's shut. I've got a faulty controller. I need to get it repaired. I took it to CEX and they were like, yeah, we can repair it for you, but it's going to take like a month for you to get it back or something ridiculous like that. I was just like, right, no, I'll just have to go somewhere else. So I ended up going to this little local repair shop that I'd seen a few times. Never been into it, but it piqued my interest a little bit because it had a Wii U in the window. I thought that's a niche console for a like modern repair shop to have. I thought I'll go to the Wii U one. I went in there, and it was such a cool shop. It was literally just this guy with his feet up. It was his living room. That was the shop as well. It was just a couch. And he had his feet up in there. I just walked in and he was just like just completely chilled out. So anyway, he repaired my stick drift for a good price, even though he kind of, I think he broke another one of the buttons, so I had to bring it back. That's a whole thing. But yeah, while I was in there, I saw in the window he had two PS Vitas, and I was like, oh, how much have you got on them? And he said, this one's 80 quid. And bear in mind, I've been like saving up my CEX credit for PS Vita, because I think at the time they were about 120. I think they've actually gone up now on CEX. But I was like, 80, that's a pretty good deal. And yeah, he pulls out this absolutely battered PS Vita and it's like, oh yeah, this is the one that's 80. He said it's modded, that's why it's expensive. I thought, expensive? Like, I mean, that's not bad, that's not expensive. But I was saying, oh, have you got one that's not modded? Because I personally wouldn't use a modded Vita, because I love my trophies. And he pulls this one out, which is in pretty damn good condition. It's like, oh yeah, how much is this one then? It's like 50 quid. So I was pretty happy with that. So yeah, this is the original model, the first one. It's got the OLED screen. I think it may have slightly worse battery, and it's also got the annoyance of having this proprietary charger. But I don't think this is too bad. I actually think I prefer this model to the 2000, just because this feels a lot more premium. It's got a bit of weight to it. It's got some nice like silvery accents on it. As far as I'm aware, the other model is more kind of all plastic and lighter. LCD screen, less premium feel overall. But it does have a micro USB, which, 5 years ago I'd be pretty happy getting a micro USB one, but in 2026, I'm sorry, this is probably more convenient than a micro USB because nothing uses that anymore. So I kind of prefer this because it doesn't just fall out like a micro USB would. But as for its battery, it's always held up. And I have played it for a decent amount of time. Like I was working a few towns over. So having this on the bus was a godsend. And yeah, since then, I've been using it quite a bit. It's just been great to have a handheld that's like genuinely pocketable. I can just take it wherever I go. It's been great for the laundromat, especially if If you've been to uni in the UK, you'll know Circuit Lounge. It's never easy in there, is it? So it's good to have just a PS Vita to have while you're on the phone with their customer service, because that has happened more than once. It's great if you've got a spare moment in the kitchen, but it's just good for those little times, those little pockets of time where you've not really got much that you can do. So the times that you'd pull out your phone and start like doom scrolling basically. And this kind of fills that gap. So I know at one point I was in one of my lectures and they just assigned us some group work or something. So I had all these people coming round and I was just on my Vita like an idiot. Um, they were just like, right, are we ready to start the group work? And I was just like, hold on. I'm just in the nether at the moment. I don't want to get lost. Let me go out of the nether and I'll be all yours. So I'm sure they love that. Um, but you know, it's better than me being like, hold on, let me finish watching this Instagram reel. And to say it came from, you know, a bad experience on Christmas, had a silver lining. So I got my Vita finally, and I had all this CEX credit saved as well, that I managed to literally spend all of it on Vita games. So I've got a fat stack of games. So yeah, as for what games I got, and what games I would recommend as well for you guys to pick up, I got a real mix. Did I? Maybe, I got the pretty basic Vita picks, honestly. For starters, the Persona 4 and Persona 4 dancing game. These, I've not actually played these yet, just because I've got this on PC and I played that to death. And then the dancing game, I've still not put that in, but I'd imagine that'll be quite a guilty pleasure of mine at some point. Yeah, I got this game, which is like a Smash Bros knockoff, basically. I played it a little bit. It's fine. It's fun. But you know, it's definitely not Smash Ultimate. So. Also, I got Arkham Blackgate. It's another Vita exclusive game. It looks like some dogs chewed this. Thank you, CEX. Again, this is a game that I've played a little bit on my laptop because it is on PC now, along with Lego Chima, Laval's Journey. This game, oh my god, I played the crap out of this game on my 3DS when I was a kid. So it's very cool to be able to have this game again, because I thought it would be one of those things that is just locked on the 3DS. But this is probably the best way to play it as well, because the graphics are a lot better. But yeah, it's been very, very nice to play that, just because I thought I'd never ever play it again, because I doubt it'll ever come to PC or modern platforms. We've got an Essential, we've got Minecraft PS Vita edition. I actually bought this sealed on Vinted. It was really cheap. I don't know. Oops. Yeah, it comes with a code if you want your PS3 version of Minecraft, but unfortunately, the servers are shutting down, so. Also, this has a game cart. I know there's been some confusion online when I was trying to find, did Minecraft get a physical release? It's just focusing on my face. There you go. It is on the cart. It's got a code in the box, I think. So if you want an English copy with like English on the spine and like that, because I know you can get the Japanese. Yeah, the PAL one has a physical cart. And then this is by far my favourite game on the Vita, which I've literally just not stopped playing. This is the only thing I play on the Vita, basically. And it is Luminous. I've not really heard of this game too much before seeing it for the Vita. But it's like Tetris, but less evil, and with like more EDM, I guess. Yeah, this game's great. If you've not tried this, this is the best thing I played on the Vita. I also had a game called Sparkle 2, which I had on PS Plus. I've played that quite a bit, and it's basically a Zuma knockoff. It's not as good as Zuma, but it's still really fun. But yeah, as a system, it is really charming. Like, it does remind me of 3DS and the Wii U in the way that the UI is designed. It's got some like quite chirpy music on the menus, and it's got a camera on it and stuff like that. It's got all these weird gimmicks like touchpad and gyro controls, and the game welcome pack for this game, that's quite fun actually. It's just a tech demo, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was really cool seeing what the Vita can do. It's a shame like no games really capitalise on that. And it's also a shame that when I was playing that game, for some reason, yeah, while I was earning my trophies for welcome pack, it hadn't set the date correctly, I guess. So my beloved PSM profiles with like, so yeah, how it tracks like 1,000th trophy and stuff like that. I'd like lined up certain platinums, like I had the Skylanders Imaginaire platinum was like my 2,000th trophy, something like that. But yeah, a bunch of the welcome pack trophies knocked it off because these technically unlocked like January 1st, 1970. So thanks for that. I mean, some honest issues with this. I haven't played it loads, but I think that's more just me. How like, when I'm going out and about nowadays, I don't really want to be bringing a Steam Deck with me, and you have to be very intentional to bring a Switch or a Steam Deck with you because it's so big. So I think like for journeys, car journeys, stuff like that, they're great. For just playing in bed maybe as well, yeah, they're great. But for just taking out on a day out, I'd never ever bring just a Steam Deck with me. But this, on the other hand, I would. And for all those little moments where you've got to wait or someone's 15 minutes late. But even then, I am trying to be a bit more present in just life. This hasn't been coming with me everywhere. This has just been coming with me on my daily commute basically. That's been where it's best. Just the boring stuff. But if I'm going out on like a nice day trip to the beach or something, which I did go out to the beach recently. This is a bit of a tangent, but yeah, be careful with the rocks when you're going in the sea, because my foot now looks like Victor Zaz from the Arkham games. But yeah, I think honestly, I really do recommend this. But I would say as kind of a secondary handheld. Does it do everything better than a Switch or a Steam Deck? No, of course not. But it's just different, I think. It's just in a different little league of its own. And I think it works great to have, alongside a Steam Deck or alongside a Switch. Because, those things are a bit more serious. They're a bit more, I'm going out today. I'll bring my briefcase with the Steam Deck in. Whereas this, it's just like, yeah, am I going to use this today? I don't know. But I'll just put it in my pocket because it fits, which is something that modern handhelds are really lacking. There is kind of a thing of it having not many games. However, you can, oops, sorry, you can mod this. I don't do it personally because I like to earn trophies. This thing is the PSP's big brother, and there's a lot of people getting PSPs right now because everything that you could do on a PSP, you could definitely achieve on this modded Vita. I know this is meant to be a video on me saying, oh, get this handheld or whatever, but it's kind of made me realise that I don't need to bring gaming into every aspect of my life. You can just go outside and not game. But it's definitely nice to have the option because, oh man, some of the times, like trains getting cancelled, stuff like that, it's just great. What am I doing for 2 hours while we wait in this random Welsh village? And it's just luminous.